Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This was no ordinary tennis clip that aired on American cable television. For the sport, it was a turning point. There are victories and prizes in professional tennis, but there are also infrequent cultural upheavals that reinterpret who is watching and why. The statistics from Tennis Channel USA over the last 48 hours have shown something remarkable. An abrupt increase in viewing and interaction that totally deviates from the regular mid-season broadcast pattern. Over 60 million households in the US are reached by this network, which has historically catered to a devoted, technically savvy tennis fanbase. However, this week a viral wave that nobody in the network really anticipated hit that familiar ecology. The producers were in awe. The analysts were rushing. Executives were closely observing. Alexandra Eala, a 20-year-old left-handed player from Quezon City, the Philippines, was at the epicenter of this digital storm. According to the headlines, Tennis Channel USA was taken aback. That only touches the surface. They weren't only taken aback. They felt overpowered. What started off as a routine article showcasing Eala's ascent into the WTA Top 50 swiftly descended into a social media conflagration. The piece was taken off the air. It got past the broadcast, disseminated on many channels, and sparked a worldwide dialogue. The biggest stars in the sport were included in the clips, which were magnified, shared, and reposted at a level the network typically only witnesses during Grand Slam finals. Engagement rates started to compete with those of golf, suite, and Alcars. However, no American champion was the driving force behind this surge. Alexandra Eala was in charge. And for this reason, the present is crucial. Tennis has been looking for its next big growth market for decades. Lena was provided by China. Japan introduced Kei Nishikori and Naomi Osaka. However, the current state of affairs with Eala feels radically different. This isn't fake publicity. Organic momentum is what this is. It's unavoidable, loud, and intense. The outcome is unavoidable when a player who represents a country yearning for a world-renowned athlete suddenly attracts the interest of a household network of 60 million people. A surge in popularity that denotes something greater than a single game or ranking point. Therefore, we are discussing more than simply scores today. We are dissecting a phenomena. We are following the path from the courts of Manila to the international arena. Examining how her mindset was influenced by the Rafa Nadal Academy. Examining how her game has changed over time and determining why this viral moment might be a warning sign for women's tennis's future. Alexandra Eala has been formally introduced to the United States. Who she is no longer a question. How far she can go is the true question. You can plainly see the Rafa Nadal Academy's mark on her game when you watch the highlights that are currently going viral. It is evident in the persistent footwork, the powerful top spin, and the insistence on sticking with one thing. Eala recently talked about how she used to practice with Rafael Nadal when she was a teenager. Imagine facing the king of clay and exchanging shots on the court. Nadal gave her straightforward advice: be in the company of the proper people and the harsh world of professional tennis. Having that mindset might make the difference between burnout and longevity. It may sound simple, even cliché. And her playing style has changed as a result of that impact. Compare her results during the 2025 to 2026 season to her 2020 US Open Junior run, where she became the first Filipino to win a junior Grand Slam singles title. And there is no denying the evolution. Grit and consistency were sufficient at the junior level. On the WTA Tour against competitors like Aryna Sabalenka or Jessica Pegula. Grit isn't enough to win games. Weapons are necessary. And that's precisely what the Tennis Channel's popular videos show. Her new toolkit, particularly her forehand to the left and women's tennis, being a lefty already leads to tactical disarray by creating angles that are difficult for right-handers to defend. Eala, however, has gone farther. She is converting defense into offense, taking the ball earlier, and flattening the shot. During her historic match against Clara Towson at the US Open, that change was evident. It was the match that really made her famous in the United States. She didn't back down in the decisive set. She took a step forward. That is the epitome of Nadal's effect. The American audience's heightened interest can be explained by the US Open run itself. The noisiest and most chaotic tennis Grand Slam is held in New York. You have to accept the loudness if you want to prosper there. And Eala flourished there. New York's Filipino community turned out in force. The outside courts resembled Davis Cup venues. Television cameras were unable to overlook the electric atmosphere, shouts resonating, and flags flying. Broadcasters soon came to a crucial realization. Eala delivers a crowd in addition to results. Additionally, a player that creates their own atmosphere is broadcast gold for television. However, the outcomes speak louder than the enthusiasm and narrative. One of the hardest climbs in professional tennis is getting into the WTA Top 50. The difference between the Top 50 and Top 100 distinguishes regular main draw competitors from hopeful qualifiers. A significant change was indicated by crossing that line. Eala isn't a promising future anymore. She is an actual contender. Her career path took a significant turn in late 2025 when she won a gold medal in the Southeast Asian Games without dropping a set. That win meant more to her supporters than just a title. It was a combination of pressure, anticipation, and national pride. Closing matches at the top level of the WTA Tour requires the ability to handle that kind of pressure. This degree of exposure brings with it pressure, a new reality. The anecdote has previously been told about Emma Raducanu and Naomi Osaka. The sudden change from media darling to tour destination. Eala is now making an appearance in the living rooms of casual American sports fans because to Tennis Channel's reach. She is more than simply a national hero now. She is becoming a well-known tennis player worldwide. That makes a huge difference. Your opponents research you more. Coaches analyze your habits. Furthermore, if we're being completely honest, her game's greatest room for improvement is still the second serve. Her kick serve performs admirably on clay, but if the placement isn't ideal, it may sit up on the quick, hard US courts. Microscopic inspection follows viral interest. Every flaw is examined in slow motion. The tennis community is hopeful, nevertheless, because of her flexibility. I have already demonstrated a unique ability to modify her game against top competitors at the young age of 20. Take a look at her Miami matchup with Jessica Pegula. Pegula plays a suffocating, boring, and unrelenting game. Eala, however, kept up and fought point for point. She was not dismissed from the court. That performance demonstrated that she belongs at WTA 1000 level events, even in defeat. This trajectory is evident to Tennis Channel analysts. They are investing in her ascent rather than merely reporting on it. Because that enormous 60 million household reach quickly turns into ratings gold if she has a successful run at Indian Wells or the US Open. Additionally, a more significant worldwide change is taking place. Western media has frequently ignored the Asian swing at the end of the season, but Eala is altering that dynamic. She currently serves as one of the most effective conduits between American spectators and Tokyo, Beijing, and Hong Kong tournaments. Something more profound is indicated by this viral event. As tennis's audience grows more globally distributed, broadcasters are quickly changing to keep up. The strength of the diaspora effect shocked Tennis Channel the most. Traditional analytics frequently underestimates this. The spike in interaction probably seemed nearly unbelievable when Eala's part aired. It wasn't bots, though. It was authentic. Because they had finally seen someone who resembled them being hailed as a star on a major sports network, people from all around the United States were watching at once. That is the ability of representation to translate into quantifiable figures. Additionally, opportunity follows visibility. Crossover popularity, endorsements, and sponsorships. Although she is now a Nike athlete, her level of American recognition presents the prospect to mainstream collaborations and cultural significance outside of the tennis world.